This week, the crypto market has taken an absolute beating with many investors losing value on lots of their coins. Today, we're taking a look at the Shiba Inu token and seeing how it has fared over the past week. We're going to perform our usual technical analysis and make some price predictions on where we can expect to see the coin go in the near future. Let's get into it. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another crypto video. And we're once again taking a look at one of the channel favorite coins, SHIB. We're going to perform our usual technical analysis and make some price predictions on where we can expect to see the coin go in the next few days, weeks, and potentially months. But before we get into that, guys, please remember to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy today's video and subscribe if you want to see more content, as well as turning on those bell notifications so you're alerted every time there's a new stocks, crypto, investing or wealth management video out. And of course, I would love to know down in the comments section below your thoughts on the overall crypto market, and as well if you are a SHIB holder or planning to become one in the near future. But without any further ado, let's jump straight into the technical analysis. Welcome into CoinSpot, guys. If you're looking to buy SHIB or any other cryptos, there's a link down in the description of this video. But enough of that, let's take a look of the SHIB coin chart. And as you can see, we have over the past few days been dipping. The last time we took a look at SHIB was on the 15th of July, which is here, and it had a peak on that day of roughly 1042 Australian, and unfortunately since then has dipped down to a low of 0802 Australian, but has risen and once again is now sitting at 0915. It almost tried to go crack that 10 mark again, but unfortunately that was not the case. And why is this? Well, it's really down to the fact that the crypto market has taken a beating. We've obviously mentioned many times before that SHIB is one of those coins which follows Bitcoin. So unfortunately, we suffer if Bitcoin suffers. But what we have seen right here is a nice little bounce in the value of the coin over the past 24 hours, which is good from the lows. Now let's just zoom out a bit and go to the daily chart, zoom back in, give us a bit of a better perspective of where we're sitting at. And it looks like one of my theories could be potentially coming into play right now. We did have the double bottom here, but I did mention there is the possibility for this support line that we can see that basically everything is bounced off to hold up and form a triple bottom, and that's what we're seeing effectively right here. You can see the third bottom has come into place. That is even stronger reason to see a reversal, because this support point, after all the beatings it has been receiving, has been holding up very, very well. It's at roughly 0800. So I'm just going to chuck in a little line there to reflect that, and that is our support, just so we're very clear. Obviously, we have bounced off that and we'll now be trundling back to our key area of resistance, which is sitting at roughly 1322 or thereabouts. As you can see, what has happened is that bounce has occurred and we're starting to move. And one thing worth noting again is the volume. We haven't seen a huge increase in the volume when we're seeing these declines occur here. As a result, it's not caused by dumps, it's just caused really by sentiment. What is interesting though is when we did see the bounce off this support point at 8, we saw a bit of an increase right here in the volume of buying. So it shows that people are watching, people are cognizant of these key support levels and are trying to acquire more SHIB when these levels are hit. Now, what I'm hoping to see as well, just to further confirm we are reversing, is a change in the direction of the MACD. So let's bring that up real quick just so we can have a look. There we go. And as you can see, it looks like that is the case. We had only very small amount of red occurring down here, and we are about to converge once again. Oh, that's a pretty poor circle. There we go. Once again, that blue line going above the red line. You can see obviously we had a cross over here, which is when we started deteriorating in value. but now it looks like we are going to see this short-term trend cross through the longer-term trend, which is good news for us, and it's going to indicate that we're going to start trundling once again back up to this key area of resistance. You can clearly see that a very nice trading channel has formed over the past couple of months. So this will basically form for us a very, very strong base when we do eventually crack this point right here at 1300 roughly and start moving in a positive direction. So that is good news. Let's also just check the relative strength index as well. It's always a good one. And you can see we actually touched our oversold point here. So we've got a lot of headway to keep moving and start the buying going. There hasn't been much buying going on, I think, purely just due to the sentiment of the overall crypto market. When sentiment starts to improve, when we see reversals in Bitcoin, Ethereum, all those bigger coins, we will see SHIB go with it. And obviously Shiba swaps drop now as well, so we will start seeing that come into play with all the mechanisms that are involved in that. Now, one last thing I want to take a look at is, of course, our 3 key moving averages. Actually, I'm just going to probably use 2, the 20-day and the 30-day. Unfortunately, we don't have enough data on this chart to use the 200-day, but that's okay. And I'm just going to make this one red. And there we go. You can see this has only recently just started, so definitely not enough room for the 200-day. What we did see here was, unfortunately, the cross down, which is not what we want to see. And that is, you know, our short-term trend, I suppose. Actually, sorry, it's a cross up. A short-term trend crossed above, and we saw a bit of support occur here, but it eventually started dipping back down. We saw, weirdly enough, another bit of a, I suppose, let's get rid of that. Another bit of a death cross actually just here, but I don't think that is going to prevail. I think we're going to see some volume coming in. As you can see, the buyers were coming in previously, and the MACD is indicating that we're going to start trending positively again. I think we're going to see this blue shorter term trend actually increase and skip back above the longer term trend. So keep an eye on that, because I think that will be a really critical point for us. Obviously, both our moving averages are sitting at roughly the same spot at 1030. Do with that what you will, but it indicates that we've got a real strong point here, whether that be, well, now resistance, but when we break through that, a really strong point of support for us to start moving upwards and testing once again this key point here at 1320. So my price prediction for today's video is, or I suppose my price target for today's video is this key point here, but prior to that, passing both the 20-day and the 50-day moving average, sitting at, you know, roughly 1030 Australian. So we want to be aiming for that point. We want to see the price hit that, then following that, hit this point once again, our key resistance point at 1320, and hopefully, if things do improve, break through that point as well and start moving upwards into an uptrend out of this horizontal trend that we've been in for quite some time now, as you can see, after the big dip when the entire crypto market just absolutely plummeted. So there you have it, guys. Key targets right now, 1020 and then 1320 after that point. I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comment section below of this video on your thoughts on the SHIB price in general and the overall crypto market. As you can see, it seems like we're sitting in a bit of a patience game now, not only for SHIB but for many other coins as well. And if you're a long-term holder, it's one of those things we're just gonna have to unfortunately ride out. If you did enjoy today's technical analysis, please remember to leave a thumbs up as well. And if you want to see more of this sort of content, subscribe to the channel. We cover crypto, investing, stocks, and wealth management. But I'll wrap it up there, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.